Well, hello everyone. It's time to get a new jump starter. This is an EverStart 1000 amp jump starter. If you want to use your USB ports, you just push the power button. You don't have to have this big switch on. If you want to see how much battery life you have, just push the battery button and it will show you. If you're needing to jump start your vehicle, put red on positive, black on negative, and turn the big ka-chunk switch to the on position. This EverStart also has much longer cables over the Schumacher. Look at that. That one just keeps going. Take it. It's got nice teeth and everything. This one you could take a wire and pinch it in there if you're trying to troubleshoot something 12 volt. Like you have a headlight or something and you want to test it, you could crimp that onto the end of the wire. Here it just kind of wraps around like that, and then has a nice spot on the back to clamp into. Very nice. Even the air hose is done up well. Look at that. It's got a nice little spot to just slot it into. It's out of the way. So we're just gonna, yeah. So according to the instructions, we gotta let this thing sit for 24 hours. So we'll go ahead, come back here, undo this little latch, and plug her in. Also in the bag that's in the box with the instructions, you get an air needle for doing the basketballs and stuff. So that's a nice feature. And now we wait. She's all charged up and ready to go. Well, this 3204 Cub Cadet looks like a good place to start. She's got a dead battery. It's a 20 horse Kohler engine. We'll see what we get. Black to negative, red to positive. Like so. Let's turn our big ka-chunk switch on. And the fuel pumps are running. Our timer's ticking. Let's hold the clutch in and see if we get any cranking. Give her some choke, a little throttle. That's not what we want. Choke off. Well, she's cranking good, but she don't want to start. Hey, there she goes. I knew you could do it. Well, how about the DYS 4500 Craftsman? We had this running in another video not too long ago. What? Clutch in, crank. That seems pretty good. Even fires up, comes live. Well, there ain't much gas in it, but we need to finish fixing this as well. We're gonna see if it'll crank the Corvair. I haven't cranked this thing in a little while, so I don't know, it might be stuck. This is a 63 Chevy Corvair. I really need to put the air breather back on it. It's just got such a weird one. Anyway, we're gonna set this right here. Hook up positive to positive, negative to negative. I got it backwards of how we really want to do that. We're gonna hook up red to positive. Black to negative. Flip the switch on. And see what we get. I mean, it does the job. Considering this is basically just a 12 volt battery when you turn it on. Let's see if it'll fire up the Falcon. Well, we got positive and ground hooked up. Let's flip it on and see if she'll fire up. Not enough juice. Well, I tried it as a standalone and it just would not crank it. So I found an old dead battery. Let's see what happens if we jump that. How are we on charge? We're still full. I think our problem is these cables. They're warm. I think they're just too small to do anything with a dead battery like that. Well, maybe it just doesn't like the Falcon. Let's see if it'll do anything on a 96 Ram. Lights on, that's a good thing. Battery, still at full. We got dome lights. Buzzer. That's interesting. It does work, but it won't work on you. I wonder why that is. Interesting. Let's try it again. Seems fine. One more. Okay. Well, seems to be doing the job. Maybe I want to leave that on. Well, will it just crank the 2-in Ford? Why won't you work on the Falcon? You do this very well. Huh. Well, we won't start it, but will you crank the John Deere? That might be a little more difficult the way I'm set up here. Hold on. Just won't crank the Falcon. You know, if I had some gas in it, we could actually fire up the Model A, but let's see if it'll crank it. No problem there. Well, will it crank the 1918 Deutz? We definitely have headlights. I like to see that. Push the button. I mean, that's doing it just being the battery. So I don't know why it won't start the Falcon, but it's sure working on everything else is very demanding. Definitely works great on a 6-volt and mowers. Oh, do we need to test the air compressor? Do we really need to test the air compressor? Well, all right, I guess we will. This tire is looking a little sad, so we're going to go ahead and pull out our end, screw it on to our valve stem, which is located right here. Yeah, that light's doing light things, just not very well. Screw it on and flip our switch. He's a little noisy. Let's see, get that bulge out fairly quick. This tire is not in good shape, so I don't know how much more I actually want to put into it. Not even reading on the gauge. Let's go ahead and check that gauge, make sure it's actually working. Well, everybody gets in on this video. I guess we'll check the Buick's tire. I know this one likes to go low on me, and I'm going to have to replace it at some point. Go ahead and screw that on and see what we got. Yeah, she's a little low. Around just under 20 psi. Yeah, she's definitely low. Let's pump that up. I'm going to say she is really, really slow. But if you're in a pinch, it will give you some air. If you're looking for a quality portable air compressor, I'd recommend this Eaton Wolf. You can easily set it to where you want, hit start, and it will go. I like to do that cutaway, and we're almost there. About 27, 28. Well, I'm getting a little tired of waiting. Get it? Tired. Alright, That's close enough. We'll call it good. We'll say this thing is loud and annoying. That Eaton Wolf is a lot nicer than this thing for doing air, but I wish that thing had a jump pack in it because it would be a great unit. This EverStart is okay. I guess throw it in the trunk of your car, charge it now and then, and if you got a pretty low battery, it should get you running again. If it's totally dead, it still might, unless you're driving a 65 Ford Falcon, then apparently it won't like you at all. So, yeah. I don't know, not bad for the $70 I think I paid for it. There are probably better options out there. I had a company, AutoGen, send me a couple little jobbers, mini ones, and they just weren't very good. This here kind of outperformed them, especially having this hard-on switch, because they had like an override button. But by the time you pushed the button, came around, got in the car, the override thing would shut off on you. So you had to be really fast. And I don't know, I just prefer an always-on option. Or if you're trying to start something like the 2-in, you can use this thing as a toggle switch, which is really nice. And now we have the real ending. We're going to throw it on the charger, and you will definitely see it in future videos. So, yeah, more to come. Leave a like and subscribe. Let me know what you think of that thing. Do you have one of these? Have you had vehicles that won't start on? Because that Falcon still baffles me. I've probably said that about 5 times in this video. And that's the end of that chapter. I will see you in the next one. Have a great day.